again, your girl Chosen Flow, and I am back. Now, today's topic, can you tell? Yeah, I'm gonna touch it. I'm gonna touch it. Full disclosure, I'm not a big fan, I'm not a big believer in this particular day. So while we're still celebrating Black History Month and I'm loving the skin I'm in, I want to just touch a little bit on this topic because so many persons are believers and so many persons, even some persons who don't believe, still go ahead and participate in the day anyway. And so I wanted to just touch on it a little bit. And I want to hear from you too. So hit me up in the comment section down below and let me know what are your thoughts on Valentine's Day, this love day. Turn your lights down low. Let me hear you. And pull the window curtains. What have you done to me? I can't eat, I cannot sleep. They call me Mr. Bombastic, semi fantastic. Touch me now and said I'm Mr. Smooth operator. You're my smooth operator. I'm rich in love, financially I'm a pauper. Boy, it's you that I'm after. Got lots of love to give, and baby, that man a shorter. Me give you love in a brata. Anyways. So, this day has been dedicated to love. But love, the idea of love. What is love? Again, tell me in the comment section. What is your idea of love? Is that a feeling that you feel when you feel a feeling that you know is the feeling that you've never felt before? You've heard that before, right? And then what's funny is that people get this feeling that they've never felt before so many times repeated. but hey, I'm a believer in love. If nothing else, I'm a believer in love. And it's funny because even some of the most hardcore bad man, they always just have that weakness, that one candidate, that one woman, that one female who has their soft spot, no matter how tuggy them be, no matter how rough they are. That person who, has that switch to let them chill. And so love is a complex yet so simple phenomenon. The first thing I want to touch on is that so many persons, I mean, children, adults, the in between, everybody wants to be loved. Everybody wants to be loved. Some persons may say not, but it's not true. And this is a conversation and a debate we could have on and on and on. Everybody wants to be loved. We express love in different ways. I found very useful the five love languages. Reading up on it was quite interesting, and that I definitely ascribe to because for me, we interpret love and we embrace love in different ways. But while all of us are looking for love, and love is lovely, as one songwriter says, but many of us want to be loved. We get into relationships looking for love, and yet we have no idea what love is for us. What is our own personal definition, interpretation, life experience of love? And before you start looking for somebody to love you, guess what? You have to love yourself. You got to love yourself. How can you embrace and accept love from somebody if you don't love and appreciate yourself? So you have to be able to understand, all right, this is me. This is my nappy hair. This is my chocolate skin. This is my body. The baby bump that never left, yeah? Yeah, the whole works. You have to learn to embrace who you are and love you. Interestingly, talking to some children, I'm into education, I'm in education professionally, and talking to some children from different backgrounds and all. And what I found common and disturbing, and it's not new to me because I've been at this for a while, particularly black children, children of the black race. They'll tell you, oh no, I'm not black, I'm brown. I've even had children who are black, my shade or even darker, tell me that they're white, they're not black. And I mean, I don't need to tell you that it hits me in the core to hear my beautiful black babies trying to denounce who they are. But you know what? How can I blame them? Because as black parents, have we loved our children? Have we taught our children by example to love themselves? And don't get me wrong, I'm all for any and everybody loving themselves. I believe that people must love who they are. Now, I'm not telling you that you should hug up your wrongdoings and the poor parts of you in terms of your character that you know are undesirable. I'm not telling you to embrace those, because all of us have some things in us that we can do away with, throw out, kick out of the, you know them. You know them someday. Those things you have in you that are unbecoming of your best self. And so all of us have those. But why is it that our children grow up feeling as if they're inferior or less than? Is it possible that as parents we've not set the right example of self-love? And it's one thing to preach, but the best sermon ever preached is the example that we live in our daily lives. And so my first encouragement, love yourself. Love who you are. Don't wait on anybody else to come and love you or to tell you what it is about you that is worthy of love. You love who you are, and then when somebody else comes into the picture, you are now going to teach them how to love you. Not by their definition, but by yours. And you, in turn, will learn to love that person by their definition of how they want to be loved. Yes? But you have to love who you are. You can't give love, you can't receive love unless you love you. And secondly, here's what I want to touch on. So, self love. Self love, it's important. No two ways about it. Now, after you've learned to love yourself, you can then have something to share with somebody else. You have love to give because you're so full on it, you're so high. And let me just stick a pin right in here. Everybody not make for relationship. Everybody not make for in a relationship. Some people are better off on their own. And that's just a fact. You can disagree with me in the comments. Let me see it. Let me hear your views. But that's my opinion. That's how I feel. Some persons are just better off being solo. Yes? But then if you choose to get into a relationship, what does that love look like? Is it you giving the person what you think they should get? Or is it you listening to that person's love language? Is it you tapping into and really spending the time to get to know? These days, it's worrying to see how people fall in love these days. So I meet you today, we fall in love today, we have a whole 10 months worth of relationship that was so long, and then we just fall right out of love. But you know, I do believe that love is a principle. It's not a feeling. Can't be a feeling. Because guess what? Sometimes you get up and you feel good and you're all right and your system's all good. Then other times you get up and you have diarrhea. Other times you get up and your stomach feels sick. Other times you get up and you have the flu. And in some cases, well, no run around here. But it can't be a feeling because our feelings are fickle. So love is a discipline. Love is a principle. So you see, all of you running around, you're buying those expensive baskets and those lovely roses, mighty. Man, the sweet smelling roses and all the tasty, expensive, exquisite chocolate. And then you present your love with these gifts on this day. And the day after, they're being beaten. Stop it. You're not ready for love yet. Those of us who get up and we make our loves breakfast in bed and we take them on a date and we shower them with gifts. And then for the other 300 and something, there's hell to live with. Stop it. You're not ready for love yet. So here's my thing. If you're going to love somebody, you have to know who the person is that you're loving, so you know what their expressions of love look like. And in turn, you have time to teach them yours. So you see this quick rush, your way right away, jumping at it as me meet you, and we're just so in love. And the only thing is just this. But listen, sex is not love. Sex is an experience, but it's not love. And no, sex cannot be used for love. It is an expression of intimacy, it's used for reproduction. And by the way, see that expression of intimacy I spoke of? Some of you are running wild, making that intimacy with Tom, Dick, Harry, Jane, Sue, Sally, and Pam, not recognizing that you're pulling from them and they're pulling from you. Be careful of those love connections. But understand that giving your body to somebody, that cannot be your experience of love. And that is why very often some persons will just run around sleeping with whomever because they view sex as something they can use to express themselves. No, you use this and this, your intellect, your words, your character, your actions. Sex is a higher level. Communication, yes, it's intimacy. But sex cannot communicate your innermost thoughts and desires for your life, for your profession, for your health choices, for your relationship goals. Sex is not it. So find people to connect with who you're on the same page with, and you can level up together. Stop dropping your guard and walking and picking up these baggages. It's not love. And you know it. Down in your gut, you have that man that you're sleeping with, and he comes and he visits and he goes, and the girls are seeing this. Now, let me quickly say, I'm not sitting here in judgment of anybody. I don't have that authority. But I'm simply sharing with you, my sister, my brother, there's more to life. Real love, genuine love, the kind that helps you to be elevated and not something that drags you down and keeps you feeling demoted and depressed. If somebody loves me and the only thing their love can do for me is depress me, I prefer to be by myself. And I know it's not the easiest thing in the world. Some persons don't know how to be alone, and so they move from one relationship to another. But here's my thing, sometimes it takes that period of being alone to truly get to know who you are and understand what drives you. Listen to me, folks. You see, your childhood experiences and those examples you would have had growing up, you best believe it. They impact your choices, your character, and the kind of relationships that you have, the kind of souls you attract to you. Believe that your childhood experiences impact on those things in your current life. So you have to go through a process of evaluating your life, looking at those things that were unhealthy, looking at those things that were healthy, and then you make an effort to stick with those that are healthy and correct those that are unhealthy. I won't rant and rave anymore. So guess what? I want to just encourage somebody. The greatest lover of all I have found is God. He's been that for me. He's been that for me. If it's not your cup of tea, hey, but I'm just sharing with you what has worked for me. He's been my greatest source. He has carried me, provided for me, sustained me. And listen, if you're going to get a man or a woman in your life that is going to be your lover, they must be able to carry that level of, yeah, you know? But guess what? Go ahead and enjoy your day. Don't spoil your fun. Don't let me spoil your fun. Go ahead and enjoy your day. Love each other. But here's my charge. Love each other 365 on a, I don't know how to check that, but every day of the year. Every day of the year. It doesn't have to be big things. It can be simple things. A little kiss, a little hug, a little note, a little reminder. a little out of the blue gift for no reason at all. But whatever your love language is, figure it out. Remember, the first thing is to love yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, what will you be accepting from others? And when you've learned to love yourself and you are at a place where you can now share that love, choose wisely. Because you see that wrong choice. And for those of you who don't know how to walk away, it's an art that you can learn. So don't hurt somebody because they've decided that you no longer can be together and you decide that it must be, and if not at all, then you have to hurt them. Don't do that. Move on. Move a plenty of fish in the sea. Listen, you see this whole thing about limited and what? No, no. Understand who you are and what your standard is, and then work with it. It will work out. It will work out. But you've got to be diligent and purposeful. You can't be slacky tidy with it and then expect it's going to work in your favor. So be diligent and stick to your thing. But guess what? Love is still lovely. Love is lovely and war is ugly. Listen, I love being a Jamaican. And I know all of you aren't Jamaicans, but guess what? I can share a little bit with you because let me tell you something. If you want to know what love is, listen, man, Jamaicans know how to love. I'm not knocking anybody else, so please don't come for me. Don't come for me. I'm sure everybody else knows how to love too. But listen, it's been my pleasure being with you. Happy Love Day and be blessed. Enjoy yourselves, but remember, don't just love the one day. Love every day. And love is not just the man and woman story. Love your children, love your parents, love your siblings. And big, big, big on it. Love yourself. Love yourself. Mwah. Shalom. God bless.